You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
There's no doubt about it, guys, that Kendrick Perkins has had a very, very bad week. This man is terrible at his job over there at the worldwide leader in woke ESPN. Race baiting. Now, that's been a common theme on ESPN First Take for a very, very long time. Stephen A. Smith is always telling you, he's a black man. In case you guys didn't know that, Stephen A. Smith is a black man. In case you guys didn't know that, or this, I'm a black man too. Wow, shocking. Anyway, let's get serious here, guys. Kendrick Perkins is a moron. He went after the voters for the NBA MVP because he believes that they're voting for Nikola Jokic, who probably will end up winning MVP for the third straight time. He believes that the voters are voting for him because he's white. And he said that the voters were like 80% white. And then on ESPN yesterday, Molly Kieran came out and said, we got to clarify. I was sorry. What Perkins said was wrong. It's much more diverse than that. Yeah, he is a certified idiot. So that brings us to Charles Barkley right here. Now, Charles Barkley had appeared on the podcast. He already called out Kendrick Perkins for his race baiting lies because it was a lie. And once again, shout out to JJ Redick for actually slamming Kendrick Perkins on ESPN First Take. That was a beatdown right there. A beatdown. And rightly so. I don't know, has Kendrick Perkins actually been back on First Take since then? Because I haven't heard much from him whatsoever. ESPN, why do you actually have this man on the show? I mean, he is that awful. And there's been a bunch of people that are pretty bad over there at ESPN. Man, the days of ESPN from 15 years ago, man, Mike and Mike in the morning, The Herd with Colin Cowherd, even First Take, Sports Center. It was great 15 years ago. 15, 20 years ago, man, ESPN is falling on hard times. It's a disaster over there. And the wokeness, the race baiting, that's a major problem. Well, Charles Barkley was on TNT because he's on there with Shaq. They were actually giving that pits for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference and their MVP. And Shaq, he's not going with Nikola Jokic as the NBA MVP. He picked Giannis. Now, since Jokic has actually won the past two seasons, I think people somewhat forget that Giannis actually won back-to-back also. So the last four MVPs have been Giannis and it's been Jokic. Back-to-back in each case right there. And there's a lot of talk, a lot of speculation that Jokic is actually going to win again. But Giannis does have a case also as well. His team actually has the best record in the NBA. And Jokic is actually the number one seed in the Western Conference. So let's go ahead and watch this clip here. And it's pretty funny. It's 41 seconds long. And Charles Barkley actually says something about Shaq actually picking Giannis. Let's go ahead and roll this clip, guys.
But I'm going with the Bucks in the Eastern Conference.
I'm also going with the Bucks in the Eastern Conference. Giannis is my MVP. They have a lot of talk on who's the MVP.
You only voting for him because he's black.
You heard it right there. He said you're only voting for him because he's black. That is funny right there. That's funny right there. That is a direct shot at the moron that is Kendrick Perkins. But let's go on. They're kind of laughing at this here.
Okay.
All right,
Save
Chuck.
it,
Some situations beyond saving. Can't always save it when the Chuckster comes off the top rope, as he just did.
I saw it on the internet. It's got to be true. Anything you see on the internet is true, America.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Wow.
I'm going with the Bucks in the Eastern Conference.
I'm also
That is good right there. That is good right there. Charles Barkley, man, before he actually started saying a few crazy woke things, this is the Charles Barkley that made TNT great right there. Because when Charles Barkley is doing his thing like this, he is great. He is great. Of course, he was an all-time great basketball player. Charles Barkley definitely put on a lot of pounds, man, but Charles Barkley in his prime, in the 90s, man, he was one of the best in the game. No doubt about it. But I love this shot that he took at Kendrick Perkins. I say keep it going. Other people need to step up their game too and slam Kendrick Perkins for this. You know, I hope one day that all of the race baiting on these shows like First Take, Undisputed, I wish that it would end. I really, really wish that it would end. I believe Rhodes already did a video on Lamar Jackson, NFL, that the race card is being played over there as well. That the owners don't want to pay Lamar Jackson Deshaun Watson money because he's black. Yeah. That the media is actually trying to run with that because the media is a disaster. The media is the enemy of the people. But shout out again to Charles Barkley, man. I love this. I love this. That was pretty funny right there. Keep taking shot after shot after shot at Kendrick Perkins because this man is a loser. This man is not good whatsoever at his job. Now, when he was actually on the debate show with JJ Redick, he was like, no, I ain't said. Man, he sounded like a man that knew he got busted. And when he got busted, first thing, you know, when you actually get busted for a crime, let's say like murder or something like that, you're going to deny it. That interview with the police, the guilty party in most cases is going to deny that they did anything wrong. No, I wasn't there. I was asleep. I wasn't there. I was at the club. They always come up with some kind of alibi, even though they know they were guilty. And there's no doubt about it that Kendrick Perkins knew that he got busted. That's when he really, really started sounding like a complete moron because JJ Redick actually called him out. We haven't seen anything like that on First Take in forever. Probably never. Boy, that was epic. That was really, really good right there. And Charles Barkley does what Charles Barkley does. Another shot at the idiot, the complete idiot known as Kendrick Perkins. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.